Hello, Internet at large. This is Calum from Gameenginestart.com. Yes, I have joined my brother Ewan in the ranks of YouTube celebrity, and I will now be making videos since I have the capacity to do so. I will be joining him in doing the old ass PC game series with my own favourites from my childhood, which he did not play because he's a madman. But for now, we're just going to do a little test recording while I show you XCOM Enemy Within, which, in case you couldn't tell by these huge letters and this lovely man in a green jumper over here, we're going to be playing the new expansion to XCOM for like 20 minutes, and I'll explain some of the stuff, some of the new things, and why I think it's so good, and some of the other things as well. Just a couple of points. I don't have a webcam just now, so you don't get to see my beautiful visage, as you do my brother, so it's incredibly unfortunate. I will have a webcam for my first ever episode of Old Ass PC Games, because apparently that's what we need to do, so I'll have a webcam for that. I also apologise for the slight hiss you might hear in the background, because my microphone is not an £80 monstrosity like Ewan's is. Mine is a kind of shit headphone mic. It's decent enough quality to hear my voice, but you'll hear some background noise, maybe. Okay, so before we get started with the expansion, I will say, if you have not played XCOM before, or are intending to play XCOM or stuff like that, the save that I'm about to load is about halfway through the game. For those of you that know the game, it's you've just assaulted the alien base and you've got the hyperwave relay. So if you've not played XCOM before, or you don't want to watch this or whatever and you don't want spoilers, then by all means don't watch it. But if you're interested to see what's new, or you've played XCOM before and you don't care about what happens and you just want to see what's new, or you want to know if you want to buy this, then stick around. We're going to have some fun for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to load up my save here. Okay, so this screen is very familiar to anybody who has played XCOM before. This is your ant farm XCOM base. Lovely as it is, lovely shiny and blue. New things in this menu. Yes, you've still got all your psi training, as I just unlocked, and all that sort of stuff. It's all good. This new thing here is Meld. This is the new currency in the game that you can use to spend to get the 2 sale of units. This is a peculiar substance. They tell you in the game that it's basically nano machines that can emit energy, but the game treats it initially with a degree of irreverence that I don't think humans would treat alien technology with. Like on your first ever mission, you just kind of, the guy goes, "Oh, there's canisters of this stuff, you should collect it." And I don't think anyone in their right mind would walk up to an alien canister that's there for no reason and open it up, find a giant orange crystal which seems to be inside all the canisters, and go, "Yeah, that looks useful." I don't think that would be the case, but whatever, we've used it, and now we have access to the 2 new things, which are these mech suits, which I should actually go and show you my mech suit instead of showing you the thing. Soldiers. There he is. Big Yeti. Yes, he's called Yeti, so I call him White. This is the giant mech suit. This guy looks awesome. As most people thought, is not actually true. You're not actually building a robot. It's a guy who gets a robot body. His head's still the same, I've just put a helmet on him because it looks cooler. But yeah, he just gets a robot body that you build a shell onto. And this guy has several cool abilities that you'll see in combat. I've also outfitted him with the best gun for mech suits, which are the particle cannon, which is a giant railgun. And he also has a flamethrower, but you'll get to see that when you're in combat. So the other thing you can do with Meld, apart from build mechs, which is pretty cool, is you can give your squad mates gene adaptations, because they say that Meld has the ability to give you special properties to your cells. I don't know. And you can tell by the kind of DNA symbol that's behind my sniper here, Deadbolt. She has several gene augmentations because I feel like it's best for snipers. Which I'll explain when we actually get into the game. So those are the 2 new things you can do basically with the new currency. That's basically all you can do here for now. I've got research going, do I have research going? I don't have research going. Why don't I have research going? These
As if the step.
We can skip cutscenes. You should all know this if you've played XCOM before. Let's just do these. Alright, so process needs to be repurposed to accelerate. Oh, okay. So at this point in the game, I've met sectoid commanders and sectopods, which almost destroyed my mech last time, which we won't talk about because he almost died and it made me very upset. But we're gonna keep going. So we're gonna Oh, I forgot I had a mission. Oh, okay. Excel operative, blah blah blah. Recover cargo, sure. Do I have all my good units? I should have all my good units. I hope none of them are dead. And I've just not noticed. Yeah, they're all fine. Okay. I think I've sent one on a covert operation. Oh no, some of them are away for psionic testing. Ah, shit. So I wouldn't have any... Okay, this could be interesting. Right, let's do this anyway. So, we're gonna go and do one of the council missions for Scary Man with Blackface over here, who tells us that he's always watching.
That you'll handle this matter with discretion.
Absolutely, I'll handle this matter with discretion. You can trust me. So one of the things that they've done, yes, I have full kind of snipery gear for all my stuff, all the high tier plasma gear and Titan armor and all that sort of stuff, which is all nice. One thing that they've done, which is a really good improvement in my opinion, is they've put this button here, which says make items available, which basically says all of your troops which aren't going into combat, make all of their items available to purchase, to use on my guys. So now I can go in here, and suddenly there are 3 Titan armors that someone else was using, and a plasma sniper rifle, and all that good stuff. This was really annoying in the last game, in Enemy Unknown, when you put your best plasma sniper rifle on someone and then went to give it to your another person, and it was gone, and you couldn't get access to it, because who knows why you wouldn't get access to it. But so they fixed that, which is very good. We're gonna outfit this person as well, because she's fairly new, because all my good assaults are away getting tested, because they might have psychic powers, and psychic powers are very good. So we're gonna see what happens when I give this person all good stuff. You're a support, you can have a med pack. Alright, let's move out. We're gonna skip cutscenes. So I'm hopefully gonna show you some of the new stuff that's in this game, specifically the mech suits and gene mods and what they do. In my opinion, I think the gene mods are slightly better than the mechs, because the gene mods kind of make some of your soldiers nigh on unkillable, and the mechs, while really cool because you've got giant mechs, are still quite vulnerable to attack. Granted, they've got shit tons of health. Look at this health bar, it's insane. But they are, because they can't take cover because they're giant mechs and typically run to the forefront of battle, they get shot a lot, and there are abilities you can give them that mitigate some of the damage, like if the guy who's a mech comes from, I think it's a heavy class, you get a -10 aim to the closest enemy and all that sort of stuff, and they can regen their own health, but they get shot a lot, and their abilities aren't that useful, they're just cool to have. I think the gene mods are better, but I've not gene modded everybody because it takes too much time, and if you don't gene mod people early, they're taken out of action for long enough to where you have to start using rookies on late missions, and as XCOM vets know, that's never a good idea because they typically die. So we're going to move forward and see what happens. This guy's a heavy, so you can charge ahead. What's the arrow pointing to over here? What? Open the bypass. Oh, right, sure. We're going to make sure the dam isn't destroyed. Sure, that's probably a good idea. Yes, dams are quite nice. Again, you shouldn't probably be charged. Ooh, that's ominous.
Taken heavy damage. But it looks like we can delay the collapse if we open the bypass valves positioned along the way to the transport.
Okay, bypass valves. I'm on it. Yeah, so this is, I should have said this earlier, but this is a slightly easier difficulty than the classic Iron Man that you probably should be playing XCOM. I wanted to make a really easier game so that I could just see all the new stuff and see what was good before I planned out my route of attack for the coming classic Iron Man run that I will be doing. So now I think I might be able to show you one of the gene mods if I do this correctly. So if I do this, yes, okay. So this girl, who is my best sniper, and as we all know if we've played XCOM before, snipers are quite overpowered, so that's pretty good, and this other sniper here as well, have a gene mod called Mimetic Skin, which basically makes them chameleons. So if they run between cover, they become invisible and untargetable to enemies. Which basically means the snipers become giant angels of death, because the enemies can't see them, so you can push them the exact perfect shot to get your 100% aim, 100% crit chance thing, and then everybody just dies because they can't see them coming. And it's pretty good. They've also got other gene mods. Oh, Muton's coming from space, sure. So yeah, people can't see them, so you can get into the best positions possible, and people just can't shoot them because they can't see them. They also have things of like eyesight that gives them better aim and better crit chance when on higher ground, which works really well with the level up that says that as well. So the gene mods are pretty good for snipers, I'm not gonna lie. Let's run this guy over here and open up this valve, because then... Oh, they both went into Overwatch. Shit. Well, that was pretty bad. Luckily he's a support, so he can heal himself back up. I'm really bad at this game if you haven't told, but whatever. Let's heal this guy up for his last shot, because no one can see him anymore. See? Improved med kits and a leveled up support. So overpowered. Okay, so, the mech suit. This guy can do some serious damage, especially when he's got... Yeah, this is one thing about the mech suit I don't like. The aim chance is awful throughout the game. He's right next to this mutant. You can see it right here. He's only got a 59% hit chance. I guess it's because he's huge. But whatever. So he has abilities which you level up depending on... It's different aliens you find in the game will give you the ability to do different things with your mechs. Or will allow it to level up to do different things. So in your first level, when you first get your mechs, when you research Meld for the first time, you get this choice between a flamethrower, which is really, really cool, or like a fist weapon that you can use to uppercut the aliens into space. Which is really, really good, but I don't think it's going to be that useful because you need to be really close to aliens, and that's never a good idea, even though you've got this much health. The second one is a choice between an electro pulse or I think it's a mine layer. I'm not sure. I think it's a mine layer. That's the third level up actually. So electro pulse is just basically an AoE electro stun thing, which is pretty good when you get surrounded, and the other one's a mine layer, and mines are mines, so they explode, and explosions are good. And the final one is a grenade launcher, or I can't remember the other one, something else, but it's grenades. Explosions are good, as I previously said, so I picked the grenade launcher. You can also get a hover boots and stuff like that for it that make it able to climb up high spaces. So what I'm going to do for now is just shoot this guy in the face with my particle cannon. He also has a level up ability that says the first shot of every turn doesn't count as an action, which is pretty good. So if this guy hits him, which he is, just cool animations, bang, and he goes flying. And now he's got a free action which he can use to reload his gun, because his gun's got about 3 shots in it, which isn't good. What other gene mods has my sniper got? She's got the mimetic skin, which is pretty useful. Does it not tell me on here? Oh, it does. That's the eye one, so 5 aim and 5% crit chance when you're at height advantage, which goes well with the damn good ground one, which gives you 10 and 10 defense when you're higher up. And the final one he's got is muscle fiber density, which basically eliminates the need for things like Archangel armor. So in the old game, you would buy Archangel armor on your snipers because they would get high ground regardless of their position, because they'd be flying in the air. So you don't really need that anymore, because your guy has legs that you can use to jump to the top of buildings, and then he'll always have height advantage, right? So you don't really need Archangel armor anymore. You can use it just so that you can get height advantage on flat terrain, I guess, but I think it's okay to just have the legs. What are we going to do here? We could try and take this guy alive, maybe. If this guy hits. 52% chance. Maybe he won't kill him. Yes! Perfect! Ideal! Let's try and get him alive. So if I run this guy over here, and use my arc thrower stun gun thing. Yes! Got him alive. Alright, so that's a free plasma rifle we have, which I'll probably never use because no one else uses plasma rifles. Okay, so let's... Where are we going to go from here? We need to send someone to go and turn this thing so the dam doesn't blow up. These are all snipers, so you should stay at the back. We'll just put you on Overwatch for now. Let's just... So yeah,
Looks like the aliens are sending in reinforcements, Commander.
Oh no, the aliens are sending in reinforcements. I'm so scared. What have we got? We have sectoids. Really not scared of those at all. Nope, not in the slightest. So, that's basically the new things that are in XCOM, the mech suits and the gene adaptation. They've also done... I'm convinced that this game looks better. Like, I'm almost certain it looks better. Oh, he missed his reaction shot, oh well. I'm almost convinced it looks better, because I think it looks better. Maybe it's just because I've turned up the graphics or something, I don't know, but it looks better. And the movement controls, especially on PC, which used to be a bugger of, like, moving people to higher ground and stuff like that, because I don't know if it's the engine or the camera control or something, just kind of freak out when you try and go higher up, because it's like, I don't know where you mean, and I don't know where to put you, so I'll just put you right in front of the alien and then your guy dies. and you get really upset because it's not your fault that they fucked up. I don't mind when I fuck up in this game and it's my fault, but when the game screws me over, it makes me really pissed off. So I got kind of upset by that. Is someone taking a reaction shot? Oh, it's a sectoid. Sure, I'll take 2 damage. But my guy's got 22 health, I'm not bothered. And then you can fire on... Oh yeah, new enemy. The aliens also have mech suits, so you should be aware of that. They're pretty scary, to be honest. But yeah, we can give this guy holo target, and sword snipers can take him out pretty easily. Holo target is really good, in case you didn't know. Let's move this guy slightly further. Oh no, not another reaction shot, really? Fuck. I'm really bad at this game. Jesus. That's slightly awkward because that guy's a really good support. And wow, Jesus. Okay, things need to die now. Luckily our snipers have double taps, so they can kill like 4 things a turn. You're dead. Let's use one of our snipers. Okay. Where's the big alien? There he is. Don't even need to crit it and it'll die, and it's got 100% hit chance because snipers are really overpowered in this game. Goodbye. And then double tap happens and I get another shot, right? Yes! And then the sectoid dies as well. Cool animation. Bang! Dead.
Kill confirmed.
Alright. This is the new guy, so he can go and do the shitty task of trying to turn a valve. He doesn't get to fire guns. He's only a newbie. Only the cool people get to fire guns in XCOM. So this is one of the council missions, one of the other new things in the game. I keep saying that there's not a lot else new, but then I keep remembering things. So one of the other new things is the terrorist sect that seems to emerge in the world of XCOM called Exalt. Exalt are people who have adapted to alien technology, or not adapted to alien technology, they've encompassed alien technology very, very quickly into their life, well not life, they're terrorists, to their terrorizing and all that sort of stuff, so they make themselves kind of slightly more superhuman, just like your XCOM people, which is kind of scary. So they have like laser weapons and gene mods, and they don't have mechs, at least I've not met any mechs yet, but they do have the gene mods, and the gene mods can be kind of terrifying when you get things like adrenaline overdrive, I should say, which is like when your guy is low health, he gets a bunch of extra aim and defense and all that sort of stuff, so he becomes this crazed monster of adrenaline.
Good to go.
Let's just flank this guy and kill him. Oh, he's not flanked. Oh well. He's dead anyway. So yeah, they appear in the month of May in every single game. They'll appear in May, and the first time you meet them, there will be people going, oh, there's this new terrorist cell, we should investigate them. So what you do is you send one of your XCOM agents, whether that be one of the new people or one of your high-tier, elite, best soldiers. You send one of the people in to do a covert operation, which is they'll work around Exalt a lot and all that sort of stuff. Hey, squad sight! Isn't squad sight a fun ability, ladies and gentlemen, if he actually hits? Good. Squad sight's fun. Oh, squad sight with double tap, great. Fantastic. Let's keep it going. Yep. Aliens don't get to live when I have snipers.
That bypass valve is open.
So, Exalt, right. So you do the covert operation where they apparently just fiddle around with some Exalt stuff for a little bit, and then say, I need extraction. So you go and extract them by... So the guy who you send into the covert operation is in plain clothes. He has a jacket and a messenger bag and jeans and stuff like that. So he can have a pistol and some grenades, and that's about it. So if you send someone who's low skill, or not level up at all or anything like that, they're a pretty easy target, because they end up, on the extraction missions, they end up isolated quite a lot, and you have to work them round to your squad so they don't die. So if you send in a person who isn't really trained, they're gonna probably die, because they'll meet about 2 or 3 Exalt squads that all have, like, laser, light machine guns, and sniper rifles and all that sort of stuff. And they won't be able to fight it, because they've just got pistol, and pistols are crap in this game. So it's probably a good idea to send in someone who's fairly decently trained and can aim and all that sort of stuff. So you then go to the area where they need extraction, and you have... I've only ever encountered 2 types of mission, which is maybe a bit small, but it's only a £15 expansion or whatever. But the 2 missions you get are, you need to hack sell communication towers, Exalt communication towers, I mean, to get their encrypted data or whatever. I don't know. Espionage bullshit stuff. I don't know. And so you do that by making the guy who did the covert operation run up to tower and left click on it, and he hacks the tower and you get stuff. The other one, which is slightly more interesting, is an almost horde base defense style thing, where you've got the XCOM receiver and transmitter, and you need to protect the receiver, and if you don't protect the receiver, you then need to protect the transmitter, and if you don't protect both, you've lost, because they have access to your communications and all that stuff, and that's not very good, because then they can know where you are. So yeah, it becomes... Those missions are really, really interesting, because the base defense mechanic is a really cool kind of... takes the tactical knowledge that you should have by playing XCOM of like where to position your people and not run ahead stupidly like I am right now, but he's a Titan, he can deal with it. All the tactical knowledge of like what you should know from XCOM, and then kind of refines it into this. You really need to know where to put the right people in the right place, otherwise they're going to get swarmed and they're probably going to die, and you don't want that to happen. So you can set people up and waves and waves of Exalt soldiers, which is pretty scary because they're actually quite intelligent for AIs. They seem to be slightly more intelligent than the aliens actually are. Yeah, all this stuff. So they're pretty scary missions, but you can deal with them if you've leveled up enough and you've got decent gear and all that sort of stuff. So it probably won't challenge you too much. It's easy to deal with. So now that I've said basically everything that's in the new game, we'll just carry through this mission and see what happens. Oh yes, 11 damage on a reaction shot. Good job, mech. Good job, Yeti. I love you. Oh god. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. That's fine. It's all okay. We can deal with this. There's just 2 sectoids and a mech. Alright. There's a 100% hit chance on this. I should probably take it, because it needs to die pretty quickly. Because those things can shred your guys. How many people have I got stunned to? Okay, so you can get rid of this, because you're flanking.
Dead and gone.
What have you got to say on this guy and that guy? Kill this guy, if you can. Fuck you! God damn it! The mechs are really bad at aiming and it makes me infuriated. Luckily he's got 2 actions. There you go. Good job. So normally firing on the first turn would take up your whole turn, but I've leveled this guy in such a way as he can take multiple shots per turn, because I feel like it's the best way to go. Because he aims really badly, and if you can fire twice, then maybe the 57% chance will be better. There we go. Mechatoid is down. Good. It's really easy when you've got plasma weapons. I should have shown you the earlier bits where I was really struggling, because they're not fun. Ah yes, we should put our sniper. Maybe he'll jump up. Yes, there you go. So he can jump instead of using the ladder because he's got gene-modded legs. Which makes your sniper look really cool when he can jump halfway across the map. In a single bound, like Superman. Right, so that guy's overwatched. So maybe we can take him out with one of our snipers after they've turned the dials. Oh, both of our snipers have yellow. Excellent.
Pressure on the damage drop. Keep it up.
Oh, you're flanking as well. Well, it's not like you need crit chance anyway. When you do 12 damage and you've only got 3 health. Bye bye. Alright, let's... Oh shit, I forgot to turn the valve. I'm the worst.
Aye, Commander.
Let's move you up. We'll see if you can see anything, and then reload your gun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're way too excited about that. You're a newbie, you can just heal the big guys. You're good, you killed the sectoid and all that stuff, but you're still delegated to noob duty. There doesn't appear to be anything higher up, so I feel okay about bashing this guy forward. I need to reload his gun. I'll do that next turn. You're another support. This guy's taking 2 damage. Yeah, the increased healing when you get back to base from the officer school is really useful in this game, because it means that people can take about 3 or 4 damage and then be fine. It's just a flesh wound for them.
Contacts approaching the area.
Oh, more aliens. That's Muton. That's another Muton. And that's it, okay. So, first things first, where's our sniper in turn?
Heading there now.
Turn this. Turn it.
All of the
There we
valves
go.
are open. Good work, Strike One. Now get to that truck and secure that weapon.
You can see
New
something.
objective
Oh, I can't
received.
fire in the same turn. Fuck. Yeah, because I took squad sight, because squad sight's
Heading there
over.
now.
So I'll just put you in cover and hope you don't die. You're flanking this guy. You've got 100% chance on anything. Screw it. Just kill something. Oh, I've got double tap. I forgot. Yeah. You can kill both things, can't you? Yes, you can. Man, snipers are great in this game, huh? Snipers are really good. Right, let's move forward. I think you're immune to poison because you're a robot, right?
That looks like our target. Get over there and extract the weapon before that whole place goes down.
Can do,
we have
Central.
a new objective.
Okay, let's move forward. Let's just put you in Overwatch in case you die, because you're immune to poison anyway. You can go up here somewhere. You can go there.
Moving out.
I don't care if you die or not. So there's a really cool bit just before that happened, just before this, where XCOM actually gets invaded by aliens. And that's a really fun mission because it's much like the, kind of like the base defense missions from the Exalt stuff, but it's this entirely new map that's supposed to be the XCOM base,
Current position.
and you protect one area that's like central, that has some of your squad mates in it, and then some rookies that are just guys with shitty machine guns and stuff. So there's these like cyber discs and these big sectoid robot things all invading XCOM against like 2 guys with plasma weapons and 4 guys with shitty assault rifles, and it's really terrifying because then they start throwing chrysalids at you, and chrysalids are the worst when you don't have good weapons. Oh right, this is a cool thing. So the Electropulse, while dealing damage, is also really good against these mechanized targets like this and Deceptipods and all those cyber discs and all that stuff, because it technically counts as an EMP, so you can do this. And they get disabled, so they can't move next turn. Which, while not entirely effective, means that if you're in real particular bother, you can use that as a get out of jail free card. Let's try and crit this guy. Yes, good job, sniper. Excellent job.
Planted them.
That must have been about... Oh, 19 damage. You're great. I love you. I love snipers in this game. Let's keep them going. 9 damage. Alright. Cool. This is my other sniper. Can I move him into cover?
Let's do this.
Oh, fuck. He's wearing decent armor. And he missed it. I was hoping to trigger Mimetic Skin and he would turn invisible. I think Mimetic Skin only triggers if you're moving from either high ground to low ground or low ground to high ground. Yeah. I think that's the mistake I'm making. Oh, good. Good job, newbie. Ah! 84% chance and you miss it. You're terrible at this. You're not going to save the world with that kind of aim, are you? Maybe the support can save the world. Are you going to save the world with 97%? Yes, you are. Good job. Alright. So we're here to get the thing out of the back of this truck, which apparently is a weapon. Let's find out. Oh, that's all shit cover. But let's just reload weapons for now. You can move forward. I'll show you the flamethrower because the flamethrower is actually pretty cool. I'll probably never get into a good position to actually do it, but whatever. Let's move you. You can stay high ground. I should put my other sniper up there actually, because that's actually a really good position for snipers to be in. Unless we have to move this way. I don't think we have to move this way because this is the edge of the map, so we'll just put the other sniper over here somewhere.
On the move.
Yeah, there you go. So she went high ground and then low ground, so Mimetic Skin triggered. So now the enemies can't see her when she's moving. And it means that you can make movements that were really risky before, of trying to get your sniper into a good position to fire, and they're not risky anymore because the enemies can't fire on them because they're invisible and they can't see them. Yeah, the gene mods are really cool. If I had planned it better, I would be putting gene mods on a lot of people because there are some really cool ones for like your heart, which basically says that when you take fatal damage, you don't die, you just go go to really low health instead of dying. And then, so you become nigh on unkillable, which is pretty good. Unkillable's nice. I don't like people to die in this game. Let's just heal you up for the hell of it. Because I think 5 is just in the threshold of I'll be out of action and I don't want you to be out of action. So let's put a robot here. Maybe the robot can open the door. You can! Great. Let's see what's behind door number 1. That's ominous. Shaky doors are never good. I've watched movies before. The sniper's still invisible even in the cutscene. That's pretty good. Oh, it's Exalt. Ooh. Hello. Who are you? You seem pretty cool.
Please. You don't understand. I have to get to the others.
The others?
You can't. You don't get it. Do you know how many of us they killed?
Whoa! You're either psychic or you've got serious gene mods. It's basically Banshee, if you can scream and make people go all crazy. Oh no.
You can kill them?
Yeah, we can.
But ow!
Pretty effectively.
Please, you have to help me find the others.
Ooh, this looks interesting.
Great work out there, Commander. It looks like the weapon everyone was after may be even more valuable than we thought.
Alright. So there's a little taste of XCOM Enemy Unknown, or Enemy Within I should say, so anyone knows the old one. So you'll get mechs, you'll get people with gene mods. Oh, this guy's wounded. Oh well.
Your men certainly seem to have a knack for capturing alien subjects alive. I only hope they realize how important their work is in relation to ours. Please pass on my gratitude to our forces.
We will be in touch,
So,
Commander.
that's what it looks like. You get mechs, you get people with gene mods, you get psychic people, you get guns, you get explosions. All of those are very, very nice things. As I said on the podcast, this is the perfect reason to play more XCOM again. And if you've played XCOM before, you're probably looking for an excuse to play more XCOM. Jump in, have fun, build mechs. It's even though they're not good in combat, they're still fun to have because they're mechs. Yeah, the rest of the game's still exactly there. You still have to plan out your facility, which I haven't done well because I've had to split thermogenerators and stuff. And to do all your satellite uplinks and all that sort of stuff. I'm building our satellites put in there. And you can do research in the Foundry and set up your research and all that good stuff. Let's interrogate this muton and see what it does. Oh, it's plasma weaponry credit, sure. Yeah. If you're an XCOM fan, you should probably get this because God knows you just want to play more XCOM. So that's it. I've shown you basically all I can. So now we're going to do this. If you enjoyed this video, which I hopefully you did, there will be more to come from myself and my co-editor Ewan. Maybe videos like this. There will be also several more inputs into our old ass PC game series where we'll play PC video games from our childhood, and see if they hold up, and what's crazy about them. Ewan's already done a complete run through of Siberia, which was very interesting. If you saw that, you should probably go back and watch it because that game's fucking crazy. If that sounds good to you, you should click this button here and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because there will be a lot more to come now that I'm making videos as well. If you want to keep up to all the stuff we're doing, including YouTube videos and stuff on the site, you should follow us on either Twitter or Facebook, which you can find at these links here. Please go and do that because it's the easiest way we can reach out to the community and tell what's going on. But the main star of the show is this button here, the big button for Gameenginestart.com. This is where you'll find all of our writings, musings about the world of video games. We do reviews, kind of. We do opinion pieces, maybe sometimes. But the main thing we do is the podcast, which happens every Monday or Tuesday. I actually can't remember when we record now. That's pretty bad. It's either Monday or Tuesday. We've recorded a fair few episodes now. Go listen to the podcast because that's where we do most of our talking, and it's pretty entertaining. I enjoy recording it, and I hope you'll all enjoy listening to it too. That's pretty much it. Thank you everyone for watching to my first ever video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back for more. Next time I will be with facecam, so you'll get to see me playing. I believe I'll probably play Heroes of Might and Magic, which is a much loved game from my childhood. And hopefully I'll explain to you why I think it's good, and then Yoon can argue as to why it's not. Unfortunately, he's wrong. Thank you, and goodbye.